Hey guys, so I'm just gonna wait a minute or two here while some people log on. So welcome to the Believe Empire April call. I'm super excited to talk to you today about creating balance while working full time. So we'll just wait a couple minutes here while people kind of join on. I'll get set up. I'm gonna turn on my heat down here in my parents' basement, and then we'll get going. All right. Hey, we're just gonna wait a minute while people get on. Okay, let's see here. All right. Okay. We're just waiting a couple minutes while people get on. I just posted into the group to let everyone know that we're live. So I'm just gonna kind of get set up here. I'm gonna turn on so I can see what you guys are chatting about. Let's see. All right. Okay. So I know the slides are still really really fuzzy, and I'm not sure how to get that to work better. That's something that we're still definitely working on. Morgan and I have been talking about it. The slides are super simple. I'm going to post them into the group along with the Power Hour slides. Right now, actually, I'll post those so you can follow along. But I'll basically be reading them anyway, so it's not a huge deal if you can't see them. It's not going to make or break that part of the conversation because it's kind of just the basics. So I'm just posting those in now into the big team group as well. I'm going to post them underneath the original team call photo. There we go. All right. Okay. So I'm going to press present. All right. Maybe you can see this better when I present it. We'll find out. All right, so this week we're talking about how to work full-time and build a Beachbody business. And I'm going to tell you right now, the most important thing that you will do is keep it simple. Honestly, when I first started, I had no time. Even the fact that I took this on when I did still blows my mind. I did not have time. Okay, you need to keep it really simple. Don't overthink it. Don't compare yourselves to coaches that aren't where you're at. Compare yourself to coaches that are where you are. So if you've just started or you're just diving in, or someone that has the same goals as you, because everyone's at a different place. And it's okay to want more. That's what's going to drive you forward. So having those coaches that you're like, I'm going to be like them one day, or I want to be able to do what they're doing, that's awesome. That's what drove me forward. But I want you to know that you can't compare where your success is at or the amount of time you have to put into it with the coaches that you're driving to become. Because those coaches, when they started, didn't have the time that they have now. They didn't have the freedom. They didn't have the following. They didn't have the friends on Facebook, okay? So you need to build your business from the ground up, just like everyone else. And that was something that I made the mistake of doing. I thought there for a little while, I thought, you know what, I should already be like, Lindsay Matway or Lindsay Stay or Raina Odell. I'm going full-time coaching. And the reality is I'm still a new full-time coach. So I did that too. And it's okay to make that mistake, but sometimes we need to just have a reminder that it's important to keep it simple. Compare yourself to where you're at. Be your own competition. Have those people to aspire to be, but don't compare your success to them or where you're at, because you're simply in different situations in different shoes. So it's really important to just keep it simple and keep it real with yourself. So these are, honestly, I decided when I sat down to make this call, what were the things that I did? Like, I wanted to really just get really simple and really straightforward with all of you and just be real. So when I was, honestly, my first year and 8 months was this. That is it. I was, between school, work, part-time job, traveling back and forth, and an internship. This is all I had time for. And this is what built the trust with people. It built my business. It built my foundation to a diamond and above. This is what really got me going. So this is what I want to focus on tonight. So simple steps to success are actively taking action in your business. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more. Power hour, workout, drink your shake or performance stack, and PD. Honestly, I do these things every single day. And, I did not miss. I did not self-doubt. I just did those basic things. I knew that Morgan Rager became successful and was able to leave teaching because she always took action in her own business. I knew that she never missed a power hour. I knew that she never missed a workout. I knew she had her shake every day, and I knew she had her PD every day. And I thought, if she did that and she had success, then I'm going to do those basic steps, and I'm going to see the same success. And yes, our journey has had different ups and downs at different points, but I am seeing my own success by doing these simple behaviors. And on the cruise, they were actually talking about this in the top 10 panel. And they said, keep it simple. Always stay in stage one. As a new coach, you're in stage one. You're in the beginning. You're laying that foundation. You're excited and you're passionate and you want more information and you're learning and you're out there sharing with new people and you're trying to build your foundation and you're trying to build your following. That's stage one. And the number one thing those top coaches said as they built their businesses to the top of this business, they said, stay in stage one. Always believe you're a new coach. Always believe that you have to do those vital foundation behaviors so that way your foundation stays strong and so that way you can build. So if you're a coach right now going for diamond, or you're a coach going for emerald, or you're brand new and you're only a month in or 2 days in or whatever it might be, this is where you want to be at. And you know what? This is exactly what those top 10 coaches are also doing every single day. And once you become a full-time coach, or once you become, have more time because you've gone down to part-time in your business or in your job or whatever it might be, where you find your way and those simple stage one behaviors become easier and you have a system that works for you, then you're going to have more time to do more things. And that's when you're going to start looking at more stuff like trainings and sneak peeks and all that kind of stuff. But right now, your job is to build your foundation and to build that trust with the people that are following you and to build that following. So we're going to dive into these a little bit. All right, how to take action. Action means never missing an opportunity to help you. And when I first started coaching, I didn't really think about it because my coach wasn't an active business builder. And I didn't really know, I didn't wait for someone to say, hey, like, you need to be in this group, or you need to do this, or are you doing this, or, did you post today? Because she wasn't doing that. She wasn't a business builder. She was kind of just, getting the discount for herself. And I didn't really think about it. I just thought, well, if I want to be successful, well, Morgan just went for it. She took action. So I want to take action. And I think one thing that really kind of grabbed me to take action was Morgan never, ever, relied on Lindsay Matway. She never waited for Lindsay to do something for her or to invite her to like training groups and stuff. And she never waited for Lindsay to run new training groups for us. And Morgan always just took action and did the things that she believed were right for her team. And she showed up. Even if no one showed up on a call or if no one showed up for a training group, she was there and she always was in that action mindset. So when I was looking at taking action in my business and moving it forward, I knew that in order to build a business and to be able to help people, I needed to take action and take advantage of the time I did have. So this is what I did. Honestly, this is the simple things I did every day. Whether it was I was in line at a red light, a stop sign, whatever, any second I could grab that moment that could change my life, I took it. And I would look at calendars in Morgan's group, in, Sarah has a group too. Any place I could find where there was opportunities for me to be a part of something, whether it was a training, a call, a learning opportunity, anything, I was looking for it. So I always was checking calendars in team groups, because calendars can tell you when opportunities like tonight are available for you to be on. And it then tells you also how to, plan different things in your life. Or you might say, okay, I know I can't be on that call, but I know it's important. It's part of taking action and building my business. I am going to make sure that there's a recording so I can watch it the next day or when I get home from that event, whatever it might be. For myself, I always really took action by saying, okay, tonight I have to work during that time. That's okay, because I know that that call will be up an hour later, and it will be up when I get home. The first thing I would do when I walked to my door was straight to my room, got my computer set up, got the call on, and if I had to make supper listening to it or working out listening to it, I just did it. But I was always very present in what was going on in the groups I was a part of, so I knew the opportunities that were there for me. Okay, number 2, this is something super cool that you might want to check out. When you go onto YouTube, and if you subscribe to YouTube channels, so any coaches that you really like following, and if you have the YouTube app on your phone, when one of those coaches that you subscribe to goes live with a call, it actually gives your phone a reminder or a notification to let you know that that call is happening. And for me, that's been really awesome, because a couple times I've been just driving to Regina or doing dishes or something's been going on, and I didn't really have something purposeful to listen to or to do to move my business forward. But I knew that I had this time allotment that I had to do this work with my hands or drive or whatever, and I didn't have anything for my mind to be doing. So all of a sudden I would get this notification, Brittany Leggett is doing a team call, and I could just click in and listen. It was an opportunity to seize the moment and take action and use the time in my life to be able to grow my mind and grow my business. So subscribe to coaches on their YouTube channels and get the YouTube app onto your phone, so that way you can get those notifications as well. The next one is ask questions in groups that are set up for you. One of the biggest things for me as a new coach was seeing questions that other coaches were asking. And sometimes I'd be like, oh, that's a silly question. But the responses, I would always go through the responses, because in the responses, there could be often really awesome gems, tips, resources. So much great discussion was happening. So even if you have a silly question, even if you aren't sure if it's something you should be asking, ask it. Every single question, ask in the group. Really start to help each other. And when you see one of your coaches has asked a question in the group, answer them. Give them your feedback. Or say, hey, I'm not really sure what the answer is, but I would love to know too. So that way you're following that thread. So that way when someone does answer and knows the answer or has a tip or a resource, they're going to be able to share that information with you, because you're going to be part of that thread and you're going to get that notification as well. So you need to be actively in those groups. That if you want to take action and you want to hit Success Club or you want to hit Emerald, you need to be actively posting your questions or sharing what's going on, so that way the other coaches can uplift you, inspire you, and help you move forward. I would not have gotten to Emerald as fast as I did without the support of other coaches. I absolutely would not have, because I had so many questions and I didn't always know how to best address them. I could find the resources, but I wasn't always sure or confident in what I was reading. So it was really nice to be able to post about it and have a place to really connect with other coaches. So that is what that Growing Emeralds group is for. That is what Digging for Diamonds is for. And that is what for the Diamond and Star Diamond group is for. It's a place for you to ask your questions. It's a place for you to share and to just be you and just be real about how you're feeling and what you're doing and what you need help with. We want to make sure it's positive, so it's not a place to vent or a place to be negative, but it's a place to really dive in and take action in your business. Okay, the next is seek information. Make sure you're actively going out there and looking for information. I get so many questions about where to find things, and that's good because I know that you're actively trying to find that information. If you've searched and you can't find something that you once saw, ask me, I'll help. But better yet, post it into the group so that way everyone can see it. So that way if there's 20 others that also want that information and they can't find it, they'll all have a chance to see where it is. Okay, so always post your questions into the groups. That way more people can learn from your questions and from you taking action in your business. All right, so seek information. The groups are absolutely jammed with information, and if that overwhelms you, go into our training website. You can access that in the pinned post in our groups. You can access that from the description of each group that it's in there, or you can just go into Google and you can type in Kelsey Baczynski and go to my blog spot. And if you actually hover your mouse above the link or the tab that says Become a Boss, a drop-down menu will come, and you can actually right there click on Coach Training, and it will take you there. And then just click on the Coach Basics Training, and it will walk you through everything you need to know. There's videos and text to read there, so it's not as overwhelming. So maybe if videos are better for you, I put all the videos of each topic there for you to be able to learn from different people, and they're the ones that help me. Those videos are the ones that I watched when I started. So taking action is seeking the information, okay? And make sure that when you feel that you are doubting your success, remember that that doubt means it's time to take action. Whatever part of your business that you're feeling doubt in, that's where you need to drive that information. You need to search. So when I am not at Success Club, so like right now, I have been diving into videos on YouTube by typing in Success Club Beachbody and just listening to different coaches talk about Success Club and how to hit it. That's helped me so much. So wherever you feel doubtful, that's where you want to kind of dive your information into. Okay, and search for those resources to find what will help you, right? So search in the groups. There's a search engine in each group. You can search on the training page. You can search on YouTube, on Google even. So much awesome stuff is out there for you guys. So taking action is what will make your business grow. If you haven't been taking action, I really encourage you to do that today, because that is the difference between someone that sees success in this business and someone that doesn't. It is not that they have more friends or they have more people that like them or anything like that. It is simply that they're taking action in their learning and in their business, and they're seeking the information to become more successful. So just go out there, and if you're feeling overwhelmed with that, let me know, let your upline know, and just say, hey, I feel like I'm drowning in information. I'm taking action. I want to know, how to do this, how to simplify it. That's okay. But take action, write it out, make lists of things that you want to be able to watch in the next week. So when you do find that you have a minute to watch something, that you can, just go to that list. You don't have to spend time searching for something. And that way you can always be ready to take action whenever you have an opportunity. All right, the next is the Power Hour. So I'm going to post the Power Hour into the group again. I'm actually going to save it into the files of Growing Emeralds and Digging for Diamonds and all of them. I'm going to put them in all of them. There's going to be a file that says Power Hour in every single group we have, and those slides will be there for you. Those slides are what I base my Power Hour off of. So when I'm working full-time, I've been working full-time again for a while now with subbing. It's been quite busy. I wasn't expecting subbing to be something that I could do every day. So my business has gone back down to the Power Hour. I now work my business 1 hour a day, if I'm lucky, 2. But during renos, I've actually been doing it for 30 minutes. And I've simply been able to do that by having a really structured Power Hour. And the slides that I'm going to share with you, if you haven't already seen them, are exactly what I do every single day, to a T. Okay? Some parts of it, I take way less time than in lots, and sometimes it's a little bit more. Generally though, I'm pretty strict with those times. I even set a timer. So it's really, really important for you to use something that will help guide you through it so you don't get distracted. Your Power Hour isn't the time when you look through social media or you talk to old friends, unless you're, building connections with them again. But it's not a time to, just kind of enjoy social media. It is a business time. It's your work hour. It's the 1 hour of your day that you work Beachbody. Okay. This is something you never miss. Okay. When I miss my power hour, I see it in my business. I see the halt in my business. I see my business, plummet a little bit or plateau because I am not consistent with my power hour. When I have that happen, I see it really quick. Within that week, I see that happen in my business. So if you miss one, shake it off, do the next day, okay? If you miss one, don't let it hold you back. All right, just dive back in. Don't let one lead into missing a week. Okay, it's something you need to just dive into and really make it a habit. Find the time of your day that works best for you. I know for some coaches, what they do is they do 30 minutes in the morning before their kids wake up or before they go to work, and then they do 30 minutes later on while there's nap time or after the kids go to bed or they're back from work, whatever it might be. When I was teaching in Springside, I did 30 minutes in the morning and I did 30 minutes in the evening, and that was my power hour, and it worked perfectly for my schedule. Now I actually do about 15 minutes in the morning and I do the rest in the evening, because right now that works best with calls and with my life and with renos. So right now my power hour looks different than it used to be, and that's okay because it's working right now. Okay, the power hour is when you're connecting with people, you're checking with your groups, you're building your foundation, you're kind of setting up your plan for the week or for your posts, whatever it might be. That's when you're doing it. But when you're revamping groups, or if you are making your own training or sneak peeks, that is outside the power hour. That is extra work time. Okay, so for myself, I sit down and do training stuff and sneak peeks. I get it all ready at once. I sit down, I do a couple hours, I crash it all out, and I get my work done. I don't do it every day because you will not get your power hour stuff done. Your power hour needs to get done. That's what is going to help you hit Success Club and build a team. The other stuff is extras. If you're ready to run your own training because you're a diamond coach, awesome, go for it. But if you're a new coach, don't even worry about that stuff. Don't worry about sneak peeks. Don't worry about trainings. Use your coach's stuff. Okay, use those things because that will help you to focus on building a team. Your number one thing that you want to do as a new coach is help people and help others help others. Don't worry about training them and sneak peeks. Get them in your uplines training if they have it, or their upline, whatever it might be. If your upline's inactive, reach out and say, hey, you're my Star Diamond upline, or you're my Star Diamond's upline. Do you have a big team page I can be in, or do you have something that I can be a part of? I'm really taking action and I'm really in this business. I need some help. Do that. Take action. Take your business, by the reins and go for it. Okay. If you're ready to do that stuff, awesome. Ask your coach if there's anything set up for you to use for training. Seek that information out. Ask them for support and how they do it. But otherwise, use what's there for you. Don't overcomplicate it. Keep it simple so that way you don't get stressed out. And so this business is still fun for you, and that the focus on helping people is still there. All right. Okay. This is probably my favorite one. I love this line so much. You can't have the fitness without the business, and you can't have the business without the fitness. I absolutely love this. Love it, love it, love it. So let me break this down for you, because the first time I heard it, I was like, what? Okay, what are you talking about? So let me break it down. When you share your journey, it will build trust. And but with that, it will build your business, okay? So if you're constantly sharing your journey, your vulnerabilities, your mini successes, how you feel, you're sharing your journey, you're being vulnerable, that will build trust with the people that are following you and the people that you're adding. And they'll see that and they'll build the trust. In turn, that will lead into your business, okay? You'll grow challengers, you'll grow coaches, because they're going to trust you, they're going to see your consistency, and they're going to see you're a real person. So you need to share how you're doing, share your struggles, share how you're overcoming those struggles, share your workouts, share all of that stuff. So that way people can really connect with you and dig deep, okay? So that is when you share your fitness, you will get the business, okay? Now, in order to work this business, you need to be working on your fitness. You cannot be a Beachbody coach and not work out, okay? Now, you might have times where you don't work out, like the slump I've gone through in the past. I've numerous times, but you need to be open about it. Again, you're going to have to share that journey. You will not grow this business without using these products and without showing people how this can impact your life and being real with them. So you need, in order to work this business, you need the fitness, okay? So that's super important. So be sharing your journey, sharing what you're going through, share how you're feeling, all of that kind of stuff. It's so important. I promise you, the more you share about it, and don't overcomplicate it, don't like think you have to have this perfectly scripted anything. Honestly, the more you just share, the more people will connect with you. The more people will see you as a real person, the more people will trust you. So they go hand in hand. In order to get the business, you need to have the fitness and be vulnerable. In order to have that business, you need the fitness, okay? So they go hand in hand. So that's super, super important, all right? People aren't going to join your challenge group or won't want to follow you unless they see that you're actively taking action on your own health and fitness and wellness, okay? So that's super important. This is my favorite one, all right? So really never forget that line. If you can't have the fitness, or you can't have the fitness without the business, and you can't have the business without the fitness. All right, next up. Just like the fitness, you need to share the other parts too. So that's like your Shakeyo, your performance stack, programs that are coming out, programs you're doing, everything, okay? You need to be sharing the other parts too. So share your life and how your shakes are a part of it. I often see coaches make the mistake of sharing a recipe or a picture of a shake from Pinterest. That's awesome. That's a good resource for your challengers or for you. But what you need to do is you need to take that and put it into your life. Make that recipe yourself, make your shake with it, then make a post of you with that shake and talk about how it tastes, talk about how you love it. And then here's the fun part. This is the call to action part. At the end, don't just tell them how to make it. Say, like, would you like the recipe? Would you like me to share this? Would you like to try this? You could if you can too. And then get them to have to say yes or ask for it. So that way you have to have that conversation or you can start connecting with them. And then they're connecting with you. And then you can either share one-on-one or you can share it in the comments. But get people looking. Make people stop and read what you have to say. Make that shake yourself. Okay, I'm just going to throw this little tip in here as well that I absolutely love that so many other coaches have said on calls. They said that if you see something that you love, so if you see, another coach that made some kind of food or dessert or whatever, or a fitness video they made, don't share that. Go and make it yourself. Go make the same meal. Go and do a workout just like theirs and videotape it. It doesn't have to look pretty. It doesn't have to be fancy. Just put you in it, okay? So if you find something on Pinterest or there's something you want to share about, your Shakeology or your workout, don't just share something off social media. Don't click share. Don't, save a picture off of Pinterest. Do it yourself. Be you. Be the person taking action and show others that they can do it too. It doesn't need to be perfect. All right, so that is the biggest thing. So when it comes to Shakeology, talk about your shakes. Talk about why you love them. Talk about how they change your life. It doesn't always just have to be a picture of you holding your shake smiling. You can just simply even just throw it into other posts. You can talk about it, but you need to talk about it because, now here's the thing. If you don't talk about your shakes, then when someone says, I want to join your challenge group, and then you want them to get a challenge pack, because that's the complete package, that's where they're going to see the best results from, they're not going to want it because they don't even know if you do that. They don't know if you have the shakes. They don't know anything about it. They don't know why they would want it or that it's good. So you need to be sharing that. You need to be really, really out there sharing that and why you love them and what they do for you and what you do with them. So that way they can see that they would be valuable in their life. So that's so important. It's so, so important. If you are struggling to hit Success Club every month and the number one rejection you get is either price or that they don't want the shakes, you need to be sharing this part of it, the value and how it's affecting your life. And you need to stop posting pictures of other people's shakes, other people's videos, and do you. Okay? So no stock photos. Do though share how it's affecting your life, and do share how it tastes and what you can do with it. People love that. I made a simple post the other day about how I love my chocolate vitamins liquid gold called Shakeology. I didn't even put Shakeology in the thing. And I've had people message me like, hey, what do you drink? Why do you always talk about it? That's how you engage people, because people want to know why you love it so much. There's no way you could go to a restaurant and say, I love this restaurant. It was such good food today, and have nobody ask you where you went. Okay, so the same thing with your shakes and your workouts. You need to really engage people and make them want to ask you how they can have it too. PD, this is our last one. PD is simply the heart to this business. And I'm going to tell you guys, when I first started, I was so against PD. I was like, nope, that's something like crazy people do or whatever. But I'm going to tell you, PD has helped me in every aspect of my life. It is the heart to moving and growing forward in every aspect of your life outside of this business even. Okay, so it allows you to grow because it grows your mindset. It helps you to work past any baggage you might be carrying. And I say that with big bold letters, because even if you think you don't have baggage, I promise you, you do. And I mean that in the nicest way. I didn't know the baggage I was carrying around with me. Self-doubt, insecurities, old conversations that have held me back in certain aspects of my life. Okay, so much has come out as I have read these books. I've grown as a person. My heart is fuller. My heart is bigger. I feel like I can connect with people better now. I connect with my husband better now. I connect with my friends better now. I'm in a better place because of this. And the best part is PD is so many things. So many things, you guys. You can do videos on YouTube. PD is any personal development. So anything you watch, it could be a TED Talk. It could be a professional speaker that talks about this kind of stuff, like I can't remember, Simon Sinek. You could be listening to Tony Robbins. You could be listening to John Maxwell, anybody. There's so many people out there. Coaches even, awesome coaches videos done by coaches. So any of your growth in your business or your personal life can be done through videos. It can be done through books, ebooks, podcasts, so many things. And honestly, when I've looked for opportunities for PD, I've gone onto Amazon, I've gone onto Google, and I've just typed in organizational PD, or I've typed in things like relationship PD or how to love myself better PD, anything, and books and talks and podcasts and all these things will come up. And whatever part of my life that I feel like I need to grow in, that's what I do, is I look for something to really engage in, okay? So it's going to help you to have things to talk about too. It's going to help you grow as a leader. It allows you to grow as a business girl boss. It allows you to overcome obstacles, and it allows you to learn about you. So it's super important. If you're not growing, then your business isn't growing. And if your business isn't growing, then you're not helping people. So it's so important to put time into you. I do PD when I'm driving. I do PD when I'm cooking, cleaning. That's when I listen to all my team calls. I do that while I'm in the tub. Sometimes when I'm in the shower, I just turn it really loud. But honestly, when I was working full time, I listened to all my calls and all my PD while I drove. If I was at work and it was quiet and my boss said I could listen to the radio, I asked if I could listen to podcasts or like just YouTube videos, and she said yes. As a teacher, I wouldn't be able to do that now, but I honestly, maybe people don't like this or wouldn't do this, but at least 3 times a week, I kind of skip out on going to the staff room at recess or at lunchtime, and I listen to a call. Okay, most people keep their calls around 30 minutes now, so people can do that, and that's what I do. That 30 minutes, I go and I listen to my call while I eat, take some time for me, and then for the last 15 minutes of my lunch hour, I go and I visit with the people on the staff. Okay, so that's what I do, because I know for myself, if I want to help people, and if I want to grow in my life, I need to take the time and take the action. So that's what I do. I go into the day with a purpose in mind, and I just really just go for it. And I decided a long time ago that if I wanted to help people, then I was going to need to be willing to make a sacrifice. And I learned that when I make a sacrifice like that, I actually am not just helping people, I'm helping myself, my family, my future family. I'm making a better life for myself because I'm a happier and healthier person because of it. So I keep it simple, okay? Power hour, that's when you're connecting, checking with your challenge groups, doing all that kind of stuff. I'll post the slides. I do all my extra stuff, like calls, listening to them while I drive and do dishes. And I always take action every single day. Whatever groups I'm in, I check into them. So if that's Growing Emeralds, big team group, personally sponsored page, I read whatever my coach has to say and anything that she says to watch. I do it because I know that she did it for a reason, and I know that she is sharing it because it helps her to grow her business. So that's my advice to you. That's how I keep things simple, and I hope that helped. Please, please, please post your questions, every question, even things that you're like, I know this is silly, I know I should know the answer, post anyways. I would love to know. So I hope that helped, and thanks for joining, you guys. I'm just gonna switch over here. Stop share. All right, let me check out if you guys have any call or questions quickly. I think having faith in the basic steps is important. I think I tend to want results yesterday, and that's where I lose faith with myself when I'm done. Don't reach those unrealistic expectations. Kelsey, I'm totally with you. Totally with you. That was me definitely this fall when I decided to become a full-time coach, but I was still doing my internship. I had the expectation of myself having those same successes as other full-time coaches like yesterday. So it has been a lot. I've had to really, take a big gulp of my own pride. And I've had to go back to work a little bit to pay some extra bills. And, to having to step down from being full-time completely was hard because to me that was like failing. And the truth is I needed to be able to do both right now. So when it comes to the basic steps, just be really real with yourself and just follow them, and don't look at the extra noise. Just focus on those basic steps. Get your power hour in, in that hour, get those basic things. I promise you, if you do those basic things every single day, and like every single day you do those basic steps, add people, reach out to people, share your journey, change up your photos, you don't have to make anything fancy on Facebook. Lots of top coaches never ever make anything on PicMonkey for their Facebook. They honestly just take pictures of themselves using their phone. It doesn't have to be fancy. Just do those basic behaviors and you'll rock it. And just know that it's not something that we achieve today. It's a journey to help ourselves and to help others. And your results, your personal results, will come with your consistency. And I know you can do it, and I know it will help others too. So post your questions in the team page. I'm going to let you go. We've gone for just over 30 minutes from the time we started. Thanks for joining me, guys. And I can't wait to dive into more things with you next month and any other calls that come up during the month. Bye, guys.